Hey legend, Fraser Brooks here, and in this video I want to share with you the promise of network marketing, what it can bring, but the price that it's going to take, or the price that you have to pay in order to get there, with the 4 main enemies you're going to have to face and conquer. Now, the promise in network marketing, you may or may not have heard this before, is that you work 3, 4, 5 years on your side hustle, on your network marketing business, to be able to go financially free from the job that you have, right? Doesn't mean you're going to be making millions of dollars, but it means that you won't necessarily have to have that job that you go to till 9 to 5. Now, becoming a full-time network marketer is not as glamorous as you think, right? A lot of people think, oh, that means I'm going to be working from the beach and jet setting around the world with my family, and like everyone's going to want to be like me. Maybe in the future, but the moment you become a full-time network marketer, chances are it just means you have to triple your discipline, right? Because instead of you like waking up and brushing your teeth and getting changed and having a shower in the right order, obviously, having breakfast and then commuting and then working 9 till 5 and then commuting back, right? Instead of doing that, you're gonna have to still wake up and brush your teeth and have a shower and get changed and have your breakfast. But instead of working at an office, you're gonna have to work from home. And the majority of people just struggle to make money from home. They just don't. They're not able to do it. It takes some time, right, to adjust. So that's the first thing to be aware of. Now, again, the promise: 3 to 5 years to be able to replace your job. This is a business for job replacement until it becomes a business to set you up for life and your future generations for life, but you have to keep doing the work. So here are the 4 enemies that you're going to face and you need to conquer. Okay? The first one, you've probably heard of this, and this is the reason why I said no to network marketing for 4 years. The enemy of rejection. I don't know about you, but the idea of being rejected, the idea of failure, I just didn't like, right? I just didn't like the idea of being a failure. So you might have to speak to 1,000 people to be able to get 200, maybe even 100 to say yes. You're going to get a lot of rejection. But even when people say yes, you're going to get faced with the second enemy. And that is the enemy of deception. Now, what I mean by this is your friends, your family, your prospects, your social media people who you've spoken to, who have said yes and they join, they deceive you by doing absolutely nothing, right? Or even some people will say, yeah, I'll join, and then they don't do anything. And it's so frustrating. For those of you who have ever been fishing before, not that I go fishing regularly, but I did go as a kid with my dad, right? You would not catch anything, and you'd just be like, disappointing day, it is what it is. And then you would think you caught something, got so excited, you reel it in, and you picked up a Wellington boot, right? Or like a plastic bag or something that's just not a fish, and you were more disappointed. You would rather just not have caught anything. And it's the same in network marketing. You would have rather someone just said, no, it's not for me, than saying, yeah, I'll do it, and then deceiving you by not actually doing it. Which kind of leads on to the third one, and that's the enemy of apathy, right? People don't take it seriously. So maybe you've spoken to 1,000 people and 100 have said yes. So you've had rejection here. Of these 100 people who say yes, maybe only 80 of them do it and 20 people don't, and it really just, it frustrates you. Then 80 people who say they're actually going to do it, maybe only 10 actually do it. Because a lot of people, they don't give it the interest it deserves. They tell you one thing, they mean the other. They don't treat it seriously. It just happens, right? It just happens. And the fourth enemy is the fact that a lot of the people who will join eventually will drop out, which is therefore the enemy of attrition. You know what? Maybe it's something like that. These are the 4 enemies you're going to have to face and you're going to have to conquer if you're going to win. And if you want to look back to like the history books in network marketing, Bill Britt, one of the most famous people in network marketing in terms of success stories, right? The owners, in fact, let's go back even more. The owners of his company, the biggest company in network marketing, does $8 billion in sales. I don't need to mention the name of the company. Maybe if you know it, you can drop down in the comments down below. But the owners famously spoke to 500 people. Right? 500 people they've spoken to, right? And at one point, they were the 11th richest people in all of America, right? They spoke to 500 people, given 500 presentations. 495 of them said no, 5 of them said yes. 5 people who said yes ended up building the entire company. There's basically 5 lines in the entire company, right? Doing $8 billion a year. Crazy. Bill Britt, similar story. He was famously kind of quoted for saying, I showed the plan to 1,200 people. 900 people said no, 300 said yes. Out of the 300 who said yes, 35 took it seriously, and 11 of them made me a millionaire. Right? The numbers, it's a numbers game if you play the game right, but you're going to have to overcome the fear of rejection, the fear of deception, the fear of apathy, and the fear of attrition, or the enemy. Let's not the fear, but the enemy of all these 4 things. All right, guys? So, hope you got value from that. If you got value and you want my help, do me a massive favor, click the link in the description to see how I can help you grow your network marketing business. I've helped thousands and thousands of people over the course of my career as a generic coach, speaker, and trainer, and I would love to be able to help you, right? We might not be a fit for you, but at least see what it is that we do, set it as a goal to potentially be mentored by me and take the next step in your network marketing business. All right, big love, and I'll see you soon.